I wasn't actually planning on making this video. I was supposed to make a video on mobile application development, but just this idea popped into my mind that I should send a message among Sri Lankans. So I wrote it down, and here it goes. Dear Sri Lankans, I'm Rushantha De Silva, a common citizen from your home country. Why am I here? You may be wondering. I'm here to pass a message among all of you Sri Lankans. In Sri Lanka, you know that we are in a huge inflation right now. No foreign investors are willing to make investment within Sri Lanka for numerous reasons. I know wherever you stand today, you still want the best to happen for your homeland and you wish the best for your home country. In Sri Lanka, the entire exports industry and the tourism industry have collapsed. People are migrating to other countries just to make a living. Most have left Sri Lanka by now. But wherever you stand today, I know that you have a heavy heart about your country. We all wanted a better change. We want our country not to be a burden for other countries. We want to stand by ourselves. Even though all we want the best for our country, have you ever noticed the things that I'm about to tell you? In Sri Lanka, every young woman and man is entitled to follow up with social norms implemented by their families or by the society. Within the age of 16 to 24, you are supposed to be graduated with a topper's qualification, and priority is given for getting selected for state university within the majors such as mathematics, biology, engineering, or your last option as commerce. Even though you have different set of skills or potential to do different many things, still have to graduate from a university and should become an engineer, lawyer, doctor, or an accountant, unless you are not respected within the society. Let's say somehow you made it to the university and graduated with a degree. You still have to find a government job, and that's only entitled for family privileges. Unless you are able to find a government job, you should be working in a private sector role which pays good money, so that your parents can talk about you among their friends with respect to you. Before you hit your 30s, you are supposed to get your first car through a bank loan and should be married before your 30s. Person whomever you marry should definitely be an investment for your future. She or he should have a good employment, good educational background, a good reputed family background, and wealth. You both should have kids before your 30s, and you should also have your own house through a bank loan or from the parents' investments. Unless you follow up with the social norms, the meter of success set by your parents will always indicate you as a failure or an idiotic who is trying to do weird things in society. The second concern which I'm about to tell you is about the entrepreneurship. If you are from a middle class family background, you are never encouraged to become an entrepreneur. The priority will be given to finding a government job or for an employment within a small job role. Your parents will never let you invest their money in your entrepreneurship or the projects that which you dream of. If you rebel against their will, you will not be entitled for any privileges. If you aim to compete in the global market with a startup or a business, the society will criticize you and always find your faults to blame on you. The government will always tell you that we are here to support the youth community to develop different things. Everybody says that, but that never happened. All industries in Sri Lanka and tourism, exports require youth involvement. But who is listening to the youth voice in today's environment? In Sri Lanka, the enterprise is dominated by the corporate giants. But they don't want to give the opportunity to the youth to take charge in their business positions, to take competition with the global corporate world. Risk is never taken to invest within the creative thinkers, different people with different ideas, to adapt with the changing nature of global business conditions. Let me give you an example. We produce garments under well-reputed brands. And if you happen to walk to a luxury brand store within foreign country, you will find all garments are made in Sri Lanka. But we Sri Lankans never take the effort to brand our garments within our territories, brand names. Promoting Sri Lankan brands might be quite difficult, but that is where actually you need the creative thinking youth and the intelligent ones to work on. Don't you ever get this feeling that we Sri Lankans are 20 to 30 years behind all developed countries? If we ask any foreigner to invest in Sri Lanka, you can see their reaction on their face. If you ever happen to live abroad, how many times you might have questioned a foreigner regarding Sri Lanka? Do they even know where it's located? As a country, we have failed so many years. We are not recognized for potential we could do and our capabilities. The image represents Sri Lanka is very negative. The change I'm proposing you is not political, but it is entirely different. The main purpose of this development is to develop 22 million people's lives, not the Sri Lankan land. We should change the culture of this entrepreneurship in Sri Lanka, and we should get rid of this negative mindset and poor habits, low self-esteem about our Sri Lankan lives. We should make global presence with our capabilities, creativity and intelligence. I have a vision for my country's enterprise, and I want my people to gather and help me on this with resources, guidance, expertise, advice, investment to become global successes. I don't ask for donations. I ask you to make investment within Sri Lankans who want to develop different aspects of enterprise to promote Sri Lankan startups toward global markets. The modern day corporate world isn't the same that existed before. It keeps changing at all times. Technology has taken over every aspect of each and every industry. This requires mentorship, investments, shared resources, and proper networking for any business to grow up. Imagine, despite your race, religion, or social background, whatever the status that you hold within the society, you come into one place to unite and help Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka cricket is the most respected and well-known game for Sri Lankans. They love it. Despite being from different backgrounds, they all want the team to win international games and trophies. We all come into one community without considering any difference between us to make Sri Lanka win. Why do not we adopt this same culture toward our enterprise? I do not care what background you represent or from where you come. If you are willing to take part in this, I welcome you all with a warm heart. Let's make a change through doing smart and different things. Let's empower the youth with all attributes to chase after the global entrepreneurial goals. And finally, I wish to say one more thing. If you happen to know Elon Musk, he is a global success. If Elon asked to invest within his country or within his project, imagine how many would not be willing. But remember, Elon had billion-dollar failures during his past too. But the environment, the resources, the support was given by his community to stand where he stands today. I may be not Elon, but as a young man in Sri Lanka, I ask your support, help for the entire youth community of Sri Lanka to make it to the global corporate world by making a revolutionizing change in our lives. If you think it's worth sharing this message with each and every Sri Lankan, you just have to do only one thing.